Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. You know, many years ago, someone said we're always in the right place at the right time. Whether we realize it or not is another thing. Well, I'm going to tell you, you're in the right place at the right time. You're going to hear from a very good friend of mine, a very important part of our organization, the Proctor Gallagher Institute, Karen Brook. Karen has well prepared herself for this particular meeting. She's going to explain some ideas to you that I used many, many years ago, and like that, my life changed. In fact, the change was so strong and so big that I have never stopped studying what happened to me. And we're really talking about life, about how we live, how we want to live, and then how we're living. Very few people live the way they want to live. I want you to stop and think of how you're living right now. Is it really the way you want to live? Well, most people say, yeah, I'm living the way I want to live. But bottom line is they're not. They don't drive the car they want. They're not living in the house they want. They don't send their kids to school. Maybe they like them send. They don't take the vacations they want. And it's always like we're $1 short and a day late. And we get so used to how we're living, we say, well, this is how I want to live. But you know, if you gave them killer polygraph and really drew the truth out of them, that is not how they want to live at all. They have dreams. We all have dreams. You see, we're truly spiritual beings, and spirit's always for expansion and fuller expression. There's something inside of you, there's something inside of me that wants to express itself in a greater way. It's our uniqueness that we want to express, and there's something unique about you and about me. We're all just a little bit different. Well, you know, I have found by following the advice of someone that was much smarter than I was. He said, if you'll do exactly what I tell you, everything in your life will change. Now, I did not believe that. I was 26 years old. It's a long time ago. But I didn't believe that. And when I stopped and thought about it, I had never done what I was told. I was one of those kids that just wouldn't follow direction. So here I am, 26. I'm unhappy, sick, and broke. He was happy, healthy, and wealthy. And I guess he said the key thing. He said, your way's not working, Bob. Why don't you try mine? And he said, if you do exactly what I tell you, you can truly have anything you want. Now, I really didn't believe that, but I believed he believed it. And so I started to follow direction. My life has changed like night and day. I built a company that operated all over the world. I sat down one day and I wrote that I wanted to build a company that operates all over the world. I was in a little room in a den on Maplewood Lane in Glenview, Illinois. I was in 1973. Now, I started to study this from 1961, so I had a fair amount of background in this field. The last time we streamed a seminar, it was to 113 countries. The goal had been touched on. Well, Karen Brook began to study this with me a few years ago. And she became so fascinated with it, she wanted to become part of our company, which she did. She became a consultant with us. And right now, she is, without question, one of the top consultants anywhere in the world. Now, our head office is in Phoenix, Arizona. I live in Toronto. Our company is virtual. We have people scattered all over the place. And she stands like a beacon on a dark night. So she's going to be explaining over the next hour or so some ideas. If you are wise, you will listen very carefully. Now, let me caution you. We hear with our ears. We listen with our emotions. You can be in the room and you could hear and not listen. That's the way most men are when they're telling their wives they're listening. They're not listening at all, and vice versa, I suppose. I want to suggest you let yourself get emotionally involved in what she's going to explain. And if you will let yourself get emotionally involved, you're going to see that she does have a path, a strategy for anyone in this room to change the direction of their life. And not just a small change, a quantum leap. You see, the best among us, the wisest in the area of the mind, psychology, psychiatry, will not even guess at what you and I are capable of doing. Do you know that you have more power in your hand than we would need to light up the building you're in for probably a month? There's about 11 million kilowatt hours per pound potential energy locked up in the electrons in the atoms of your body. That's just in the physical part. We've got a marvelous mind. We have a brain. The brain is the electronic switching station. When you think, you activate brain cells. You alter the vibration you're in. In the movie The Secret, we talked about attraction, the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration. The vibration that you put this massive energy in is going to dictate what you attract. Karen's going to touch on this. But the beautiful truth is, Karen has a very organized presentation. She's got a very organized program. And if you will muster up the wisdom to invest in you, and don't think for a second of why you can't, only think of how you can, I guarantee you from this night on, your life will just start to improve. And it doesn't matter how good it gets, it can always get better. Better's a nice word. Everything can get better. Your relationship will get better. Your health will get better. Your wealth will get better. Everything improves. I started to study this when I was 26. I'll be 84 in a very short period of time, about 3 or 4 weeks. I've got as much energy as a person that's 24 or 42. I could burn them out. You see, we don't get energy, and Karen's going to explain that. We release energy. All the energy in the universe is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. Now, that may sound like a contradiction or a riddle, but it's really not. That means we don't get energy, we release it, and desire is the triggering mechanism to let the energy flow. You know the sound on the computer, it goes whoosh. Well, that's the way it comes out of us. We release it. You've got the opportunity here to really make a change in your life. Listen carefully to every word she utters, and then make a decision that you're going to let her coach you, just like she made a decision to let me coach her. And I'll be working with you through her. Wonderful future. It just takes a decision like that. You try it. Now, put your hands together and give a real warm welcome to this woman.